This is News 25 with Deanna O'Donnell and Unette Gentry. News 25, local news you can count on. News is brought to you by J.K. Nelson Law. Give them a call, 727-9900. Today's news is also brought to you by Gunny's Air Conditioning and Heating. New service and repair. Call Gunny's 775-727-6800.
Welcome to News 25 here on KPVM TV and East Country Radio. I'm Deanna O'Donnell.
And I'm Unette Gentry. It is Thursday, March 23rd.
Well, the Nye County Sheriff's Joe McGill said that a man who made a threat to our local VA clinic has been arrested after he returned and assaulted 2 people. Before noon this morning, the Nye County Sheriff's Office received a call from the Veterans Affairs in Las Vegas reporting that they had received notification of a threat for the VA clinic on Lola Lane here in Pahrump. Officers arrived on scene and were able to contain the individual who was reportedly making the threats. After speaking to that individual, he was trespassed from that facility. A short time later, according to Nye County Sheriff's Office Joe McGill, that individual returned to the scene on Lola Lane. There was a physical altercation between him and one other individual. Officers arrived on scene and were able to take that individual into custody, who is also facing charges of assault on a police officer and the original assault on the other individual at the scene. This is a developing story, and News 25 will keep you posted on any further reports.
And an 8th grader beats them all. The Pahrump Valley Rotary presents the winner of the U.S. Constitution Essay Contest today with a certificate, gift card, and commemorative coin. News 25 caught up with 8th grader Brandon Battaglia this morning after his landfall win.
Good morning. We're here this morning at Rosemary Clark Middle School. We're with Brandon Battaglia. He is the U.S. Constitution Essay winner. He received a certificate, a gold innovation coin, and a $100 gift card for his talent in writing what he feels the U.S. Constitution means to him.
I wrote about the importance of the First Amendment to the American Constitution and the development of America. I did 5 paragraphs and a few bulleted points. I used must have been 7, 8 different sources, just Googling, going through, researching several websites. I knew a little about the First Amendment and the Constitution, but this project really made me dive in depth, and I really realized what it was more all about. It was a shock. I thought there were a lot of strong writers in my class alone that I was going to have to overcome. And now I have $100 to spend.
It's a booklet that we provide to all the 8th graders here at Rosemary Clark Middle School, and Mr. and Mrs. Odegaard have made it a competition this year because they both are teaching the Constitution. So we had 153 essays that were presented to us, which is quite a bit of essays. What's really nice is that they take the time to teach the kids the Constitution and what it means to be an American and what our country has gone through to become what it is today. They were required to write 3 paragraphs. He actually wrote 2 pages, so I think it was more than 5 paragraphs. But he did a wonderful job. Like I said, the Rotary Club came together, we read the essays, and the kids did a wonderful job. You know, I can't fault any of them. We just chose Brandon as the best one who depicted how he felt that the U.S. Constitution and what it meant to him. You know, it's very important that the children learn about the U.S. Constitution. Dave and I were talking that they didn't teach that when we were in school. They taught history, but they didn't talk about the U.S. Constitution like we are today. So I think it's very important that, you know, Rosemary Clark Middle School is allowing us to present the booklets to the 8th graders and teach them the U.S. Constitution as they go forward in life and you know, on into high school and you know, college and so on and so forth. That will stick with them. We want to know how each individual child or student feels about the U.S. Constitution. There really isn't a criteria. It's basically how it makes them feel, what they feel that the Constitution means to them, and how it should be presented. Next year, I've already decided that we're going to do a poster program. So they're innovative kids, you know. I mean, the first year that I did it, we had essays, we had posters, we had woodworking, we had cities that were built. I mean, it was just phenomenal. So this year we decided to do essays. I wasn't expecting 153 essays, so that in itself is remarkable.
You can contact the Pahrump Valley Rotary. We have various ways. You can contact me by phone at 775-764-0681. Or you can, we have a post office box, 883, Pahrump, Nevada 89041. We also have a Facebook page at Pahrump Valley Rotary, and we have a website at PahrumpValleyRotary.org.
Congratulations, Brandon. Well, according to the Nevada Department of Employment, Training and Rehabilitation's February 2023 economic report, Nevada gained 7,000 jobs over the month. Seasonally adjusted employment is also up 7,700 since February of 2022, an annual increase of 5.1%. The total employment level in the state is 1,537,700. Nevada's unemployment rate was 5.5% in February. That was unchanged from 5.5% in January and increased by 0.2% from 5.3% in 2022. Metropolitan Statistical Area Las Vegas unemployment increased by 6,100 jobs. That's 0.5% since January, an increase of 58,000 jobs, 5.5% since February 2022. Reno's employment had an increase of 1,600 jobs, which is 0.6% since January, an increase of 12,500 jobs, 4.8% since February 2022. Carson City's employment saw no change in jobs since January, but an increase of 1,200 jobs, 3.9% since February of last year. News 25 will return right after this break.
You're watching News 25, the most recognized and farthest reaching local news in Nye County. News 25, local news you can count on.
Welcome back. Well, the U.S. Department of Housing and Urban Development awards nearly $15 million in grants to help address homelessness and issues surrounding affordable housing throughout Southern Nevada.
It is estimated that on any given night, more than 5,000 people experience homelessness in Southern Nevada, and that includes 2,000 individuals who are living on the street. That number has remained steady over the past few years, despite the heroic efforts of many dedicated individuals and organizations working to address the problem.
We have to house families and help families in this community that don't have anybody else.
For nearly 3 decades, Family Promise of Las Vegas has lived up to its name, assisting families with minor-age children on the verge of being homeless or who are homeless, and help them attain permanent housing.
It's not that families are lazy. It's not that we're helping people shopping cart homeless families. That's the mentality that people have, and it needs to change. It really does. These are moms, these are dads, these are grandparents.
Having great continuum of care was essential.
One grateful mother is Tanya Jones.
It's very difficult, like I said, to find a shelter that has an open place for a mother and their child. And I really needed a place like that. And Family Promise provided that and more. They not only provided shelter, they have great services as far as case management. They helped me to maintain a budget.
The U.S. Department of Housing and Urban Development has provided the Southern Nevada Homelessness Continuum of Care with almost $15 million in funding to help combat homelessness throughout the region over the coming years.
Nevada Homeless Alliance has a seat on the COC board. We get funding as well from the county for many of our programs, and we have for years. They're one of our best partners in the community, working alongside the county for our homeless stand-downs as well as our Project Homeless Connect events, and also with our training initiatives in the community.
The Southern Nevada Homelessness Continuum of Care is comprised of local governments, religious organizations, advocacy groups, and others concerned with the issues of homelessness and affordable housing through a coordinated and regional approach to planning service provision.
The $15 million is a funding source that will close the gap on homelessness. It's going to give all of the nonprofit organizations an opportunity to partner even stronger to provide the needed support and services that our community is in need of.
St. Jude's Ranch for Children offers an innovative facility and program called The Crossings. This place provides housing with apartment-style living and on-site services for homeless 18 to 24-year-old individuals.
I was going through a rough time before here. I lived in a tent, and I seen things I did not want to see and that I should not have seen at a young age. And when I got my name pulled to be here, I took the opportunity. And I was scared at first to know that we had to do therapy and different stuff because I've been through therapy. But on the other hand, I wanted to help myself. I wanted myself to get better.
This investment is a sign that our nation supports people who are struggling, providing them with much-needed assistance during this difficult time.
This helped my future with, I'm still saving, I'm learning to say no. Miss Barbara told me to say no more. I'm learning to say no, and if it wasn't for the program, it really wouldn't have been a bright future for me. So I'm really thankful for them, and it's helping me become a better mom at the end of the day, and it helped me become a better person each and every day. It's teaching me what to do and what not to do.
This HUD funding will allow the Southern Nevada Homelessness Continuum of Care to continue and even expand innovative projects and partnerships locally while serving people who are unsheltered. We look forward to seeing how these programs play a role towards ending homelessness in our community.
Well, research from the Cleveland Clinic shows the benefits of the COVID-19 vaccine for those who have celiac disease. For those who don't know what celiac disease is, it is when you have problems with your digestive system when you eat gluten.
In the study, we look at the possibility of complications in celiac disease when they get infected by COVID-19. And what we found was that the risk of hospital admission was increased in patients with celiac disease and COVID-19 infection as compared with patients without celiac disease.
Dr. Alberta Rubio Tapia is a gastroenterologist and lead researcher. He says they also discovered that the risk for hospital and ICU admission, along with death, was reduced if the person had been vaccinated for COVID-19. So why is celiac disease associated with a higher risk for complications? Dr. Tapia says it's already been proven that people with celiac disease are at a higher risk for viral infections, which is likely why they are also at higher risk for complications from COVID-19. And while COVID-19 may not be as widespread as before, Dr. Tapia says it's still important for people to keep up with their vaccinations. He also notes that their research is still far from over.
So the next step with this research is looking at celiac disease and the potential risk of long COVID, meaning after the patients with celiac disease recover from acute infection with COVID-19, we want to know if there is an increased risk of sequelae like chronic cough, fatigue, and others.
All right, don't grab that remote. News 25 will be right back with much more, and be sure to always catch us on Local B TV.
You're watching News 25, brought to you by Mountain West Lawyer, Injury Attorneys, 727-9500. News 25, local news you can count on.
Welcome back. Well, listen up, Nevadans. We have an important service announcement for you about Nevada 211. Nevada 211 is a Nevada Department of Health and Human Services program that is committed to helping Nevadans connect with the services they need.
Nevada has a central location to find resources for health and human services. Nevada 211. Whether you're looking for healthcare, employment, rent and utility assistance, counseling, family services, or anything else, Nevada 211 is here to help. Call us, text us, chat us. Free and confidential help is here 24/7. Visit nevada211.org or download our app on the App Store or Google Play.
All right. Well, Josh Osborne of Great Computer Deals talks to us about an issue many of us face concerning our computers, and that is wireless connection problems at your home.
Hey guys, Josh Osborne here with Pahrumph's own Great Computer Deals. It's time for another quick tutorial. Today's topic, the most common issues we see at our computer repair center and how to avoid them, part 4. You think the biggest technology issue facing our customers this day and age would be their lack of computer knowledge. But that's actually not the case at all. You'd be surprised to find that over 50% of the problems that we help people solve are completely avoidable regardless of a customer's computer literacy. Today's topic and issue, wireless connection problems at home. Wireless internet is so hard to live without these days. Everything from banking, modern communication, even watching television requires it. This Wi-Fi convenience would be very tough to use if not for the help of a little friend we call the wireless router. Yet, so many people seem to have issues with theirs. From password problems to lack of range throughout their house, we've seen it all. And in most cases, these problems are completely avoidable and, more importantly, fixable. So, how do we avoid the issues? Well, for starters, when you first have your internet service installed, very important to be involved with the technician doing the work. Make sure that router that you're providing you is sufficient for your needs and, more importantly, your house size. Sometimes the model of router they rent to you is fairly low end and doesn't really offer really good coverage. It is your right to be able to purchase a better router on your own and have that same technician install it for you. This will also save you that monthly charge that they add to your bill for renting their cheaper router. Be sure to ask them to install the device in a central location of your home so that every single room gets a balanced signal for wireless internet access. The last important thing to know is your router's Wi-Fi name and password. These details will be very important to getting your various devices connected to the internet. Computers, smart TVs, tablets, wireless printers. Make sure to log those credentials in several locations and possibly even on a sticky note attached to the router itself. Still need help? Come on down to our store. We're located at 1190 East Highway 372, across the street from Pizza Hut, and in the same plaza as Game Corner Arcade and Fun Center. Or just give us a call, 775-990-8833. We're open Monday through Friday from 9 to 3. Anyway, that's it for today's lesson. I will catch you guys on the next one.
All right.
We're going to go back.
That's right. Weird weather, but we'll have more info for you right after this break.
News 25 weather is brought to you by Dairy Council of Nevada. The splash of cream in your coffee, the dollop of sour cream on your burrito, the melted toasty cheese on your pizza. Undeniably delicious, undeniably dairy. Enjoy what's real.
Hi, good evening, Nevada. It's John Kohler from the KPVM Channel 25 Weather Studios and worldwide on that local BTV app, the app you need on your phone, or you can't win the prize. Big shout out today. It's National Meteorologist Day. Greg Hafen let me know on Facebook. Thanks, Greg. Appreciate that. And let me go do weatherman stuff now. Look at this. Fernley, 49 degrees, 51 out in Fallon. Carson City hit 45. 43 is the tepid cool spot temperature award winner out in Tonopah. Congratulations. Goldfield, a little bit better at 45. 55 out in Beatty. 60 is our hot spot in Amargosa. And Las Vegas, a little cool poolside at 56. Out in Death Valley, it's just perfect at 70 degrees. And here in the Paradise of Pahrump, let's take a look. 55 degrees, that's our current temperature. 57, just a little bit earlier. Winds kindly today out of the south. It's just 7 miles per hour. I don't think you'd even blow out your birthday candle out on the back porch today. Sun rose this morning at 6:43, setting this evening. Look for it about 7 o'clock. Yeah, it's 6:58. I'm being precocious. Low tonight of 39 is where we're headed. Under clear skies should be some beautiful star watching. And as we look at that humidity index at 60%, are you concerned there could be clouds tomorrow? Fear not. Look, it's clear skies on a Friday. 13-mile-per-hour winds. Not too bad. Temperatures up to 58. Looks like temperatures sticking pretty reliably in the mid-50s throughout the next 3, 4, 5 days. Scooting up to 61 on Monday. Won't that be a gorgeous day under clear skies? Looks like some temperatures up to 67 on Tuesday. Bring some wind with it, mostly receding on Wednesday, Thursday. Temperatures back down to the mid-50s. So it's kind of, you think you're close to spring. I think it's getting the right idea. I don't know. Make some plans for a gorgeous Sunday, though, however, and have a wonderful Friday. As we approach, back to the desk, here's Deanna.
All right, thanks so much, John.
All right, can't wait to see how that weather turns out, especially this weekend. We're hoping that the clouds will part for that chili cook-off.
Hopefully, and I do get some of your chili, right?
Yeah, well, I hope you're going to be there.
Let's see, if the weather permits.
All right. All right, well, that's going to wrap up this edition of News 25. From all of us up here on the Hill, you guys have a great night. We'll see you back here tomorrow.
All right, good night.